Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another monthly overnight markets webinar. Okay, today I'm Jay here. Today I have Jonah with me. Okay, and this webinar we will be going through live counter review using technical analysis for US market. Okay, so if you have any counters that you want us to take a look at, leave it in the Q&A section. Otherwise, any question related to TA technical analysis, right? You can just leave it in the Q&A section. Okay. So the brief agenda for today, I'll be going through US indices first, okay, followed by gold, then WTI crude oil, then maybe I'll touch on DXY, which is the US dollar index. Okay, then I will be going through FANG companies, okay, and Jonah will be ending the webinar with a Q&A session. Okay, okay, let me switch to the chart first. Hang on. Okay, so the current chart you are looking at now is Dow Jones index. Okay, the index. All right, I'll be looking through all the indices, gold, WTI, and dollar index, right? Using the weekly chart. Okay, to let you have a more broader picture of how the chart is actually moving now. Okay, their price action. Okay, so for Dow Jones, last month itself running quite bullishly, okay, for the past 1 month, tap into a demand level. I think I shared this before 2 months ago. Okay, we are seeing rejection of supply area. Price should be coming back to 32,000 level before more rejection. Okay, currently we are seeing price still sitting on this delicate level, okay, of 34,000. Okay, I'll just take it as 34,000 over here. Okay, price is still showing rejection. Okay, so what we likely would want price, what we want to see first on Dow Jones in general okay, we want price to at least create a new higher low. Okay, it can be here, it can be here okay, basically. So with this rejection coming off, I see them coming back down slightly lower first, 33,000, 32,500 level. Okay, before seeing another up move again, attempting at this 34,000 level one more time. Okay, so subsequent attempts at this 34,000, right? I believe price would continue to push higher. Okay, probably we will be reaching a 35,500 area. Okay, but with that being said, we still need price to get out of this range level itself first. Okay, so yeah, Dow Jones I think quite straightforward now. Range bound. Okay, shorter period, lower horizon, right? They are looking at some rejection of 34,000. Let's look at 33,000 or 33,500 level first. For any bullish rejection, then we might be seeing price going higher. Okay, next one will be Nasdaq index. Nasdaq index, yes. Okay, so same thing. Price broke away from their downtrend level. Okay, so now currently sitting at 12,700. Okay, rejection coming off at 13,200. Okay, I take it as the rejection is coming off the supply level as well. Okay, it came close to 13,300, 13,500. Okay, so with this rejection coming down, we would want to see another, I mean, we will probably see a down leg first, okay, towards the 12,000. If price were to hold, we will see another rejection towards the upside. Okay, okay, the upside, wait, hang on. This upside is not to 14,000, okay, it's probably going to tap into this 13,500 again first, okay, to see if there's enough momentum, bullish momentum to push price through this 13,500 level, okay, because this supply level here was formed back then when they started this downtrend level. Okay, so it will still be acting as a very strong resistance supply level. Okay. Then the last of the index, S&P 500. Okay, one look basically range bound. Okay, only difference is coming off same thing, coming off a downtrend level. Okay, so with this breaking of this downtrend level, price is continuing sitting above this downtrend resistance, right? Okay, and also coincidentally tapping into a demand level. Okay, we should see price. Okay basically you will still see price stuck here, okay, because they will probably move downwards towards the 3,900 level first, okay, back into this demand level. okay, before attempting to go higher towards the 4,200, 4,300 area. Okay, but of course, with that being said, it is looking way better than end last year. Okay, from the downtrend from last year. Okay, weekly wise, momentum is still, it's not as strong towards the bull side yet. Okay, so let's wait for more confirmation that this range area will be broken away. Okay, then also with that being said, first week of May, we will have FOMC coming in. Okay, FOMC interest rate decision. Then that week itself, Friday, we will have non-farm payroll employment data. Okay, so with these two data coming in, we should see some fireworks. Okay, whether to the upside or downside, I think for now, it's more likely that it will start coming down first. Okay. Okay, next one will be gold. Okay, gold reach. Okay, gold recently tapped into 2,000 level again. Okay, currently sitting at 1,995. Okay, 2,000 level. Currently sitting at this very delicate level, trying to break away from 2015. Okay, level 2015. Okay, we are looking at this recent uptrend move, right? Hang on. Okay, recent uptrend move. Okay, however, price is still showing rejection. Highest it went was back in 2020 August, reached a high of 2,075. Okay, but with this movement coming in, I'm not saying that it cannot break this high, the previous high area. Okay, but of course, same thing, the same direction that I'm going to draw. Okay, you have a low, you have a higher low, you have a higher high. Now you just need a higher low for price to continue this movement. Okay, so if they can come back to 1,900, I think it will be, 1,900 with bullish rejection back and holding in this delicate level again, right? We should be seeing price moving higher first. Okay, so whether they will break away from 2,075, I think they need to attempt first, okay? Because for now, we are not seeing any attempts at it yet. Okay, we only know the last rejection was coming off from 2022. Okay, so we need to see one more attempt to see how price react over here. Okay, if we are continuing seeing a rejection of okay, then price will probably come back down again before they attempt again. All right, so it's basically the same thing lah. Okay, price will run in a range, then they will try to break the range. Okay, yeah, obviously, but when price is stuck in the range itself, right, you want to see how price action is actually trying to take away orders from the other levels. Okay, next one will be WTI Crude Oil. WTI Crude Oil clear range level. Okay, range bound 80, 60, around 70 to 80 level, 82, 83. Okay, so they are just stuck here. You can see, this is on the weekly chart. It's very clear they are stuck. Hit the bottom, reject from the top. Okay, of this range area. So now price bearishly again, bearish movement again, rejection off again. Okay, so same story, they'll probably come back down and try to attempt upwards again. Okay, but any bearish movement breaking away from this 65 level, okay, once they close bearish below 65, we will probably see oil moving downwards instead. Okay, but as of now, I'm not going to give you any prediction now. Okay, so basically what I can just tell you is as long as they form a new higher low, we should see them attempt at 82, 83 again. Okay, last one, dollar index. Okay, dollar index, same thing, range bound. January, February, okay, move upwards back to 105, 106 area. Stuck there, rejection shown, back down to 101 level now. Okay, currently 101.43. Okay, whether this level will hold, right? As of now, from what I see, the price action itself, yes, it should show some rejection again. Okay, but this rejection of the problem now is whether they will get rejected again at this 103.3 level. Okay, then they will subsequently form the movement like this. Okay, but if they can continue this bullish movement and close above 103.3, right, they should be showing an upward movement back towards a 105 area, 106 area. Okay, but otherwise, it's just in the range bound area lah. Okay, so direction wise, it's not very clear. Okay, of course they are coming off from a very strong uptrend movement. Okay, from the, if you are looking at it across from 2011 all the way, yeah, it's showing a very strong uptrend. Okay, but in recent 2 years, sorry, 1 year ish, okay, it's showing a downtrend, coming off from 114 level to 101 now. Okay, so short term wise, we should be seeing it stuck in this range, still stuck in this range itself lah. Okay, so nothing much on DXY. Okay, then I will start to go into FANG companies. Okay, first one, Meta Platforms. Okay, Facebook. Okay, for counters, US counters, I will go into daily instead. Okay, easier for you to look at the lower time frame, then also on a shorter horizon, what can we look out for, any opportunities to look for. Okay, Facebook, Meta Platform, recent weeks has been running exactly, I mean, more or less like what I always had, always mentioned, right? You want a higher high, higher low for uptrend, then this movement itself is showing, okay, after breaking off the supply level at 200 level. Okay, so but okay, recent last leg, these last few days, right, from 18 April all the way until now, probably 2 weeks of movements. Okay, we are seeing it coming into this 200 supply turn demand level. Okay, but as of now, we won't be able to tell yet whether this level will hold very strongly. Okay, yes, it's coming off from a downtrend supply area. Okay, this supply area, subsequently this area here might turn into a demand level. Okay, this box over here. Okay, and also we have earnings coming up, which is 26. Okay, today, yes, we have earnings today. Okay, so as long as this 200 level can hold with a bullish rejection level, okay, we should see price continue moving towards a 240 to 230, 240 level. Okay, so I think it's quite simple to see this Meta Platform. Okay, generally what you want to see from over here, this current area, is what you see back in March, early March. Okay, you just want to see price holding above the previous supply area, which will confirm that this level will form as a demand for a new higher low. Then you can go for a new higher high. All right. Okay, next one, Apple. Apple, okay, very strong uptrend. Okay, moving off their levels from 153. Okay, so now currently sitting above a short-term level at 160 lah, 162, 160. Okay, so take note lah. Okay, because yes, we are moving quite bullishly. Okay, wait, let me just draw the line for you. Okay, very clear uptrend now. Okay, in recent months. All right. Next very strong supply area, or you can call it resistance level, will be at 170. Okay, 170 coming off this area. Okay, so you have a very tight range to really play with at this moment. Okay, so if you are just looking at Apple now, I think it's slightly too late, slightly too risky to really find any trigger. I'm not saying that it cannot go higher. Okay, technically, short-term trend wise, yes, it's still bullish. Okay, but I say why risky? Okay, it's because, I mean, if you are only looking at it now, right, then where were you a few weeks back or a few months back? Okay, they have been showing signs that, okay, even, I mean, here you don't want to take 140, 145, right? You can find a trigger at 155 already. Okay, when they start breaking away from this range area. So when you want to look at it now, right, I think it's quite risky. I would rather wait for the earnings to be out on 4th May. Okay, earnings out, see whether the movement is coming back to this zone to test and hold as a demand before a more up move. Okay, or if they were, I mean, if the movement itself really starts to move higher, right, then you wait for a higher confirmation from 170 onwards, right? Because as of now, yeah lah, I mean, you are looking at uptrend, but momentum wise, right, is slowing down with narrower candles. Okay, you see candles are getting smaller already. All right, the range getting tighter. Okay, it is very tough to really play in this area now. Okay, so I would rather wait for more confirmation if price were to come back to 150 to hold this position to sustain this price. Okay, or when they start moving, showing more bullish momentum up above 170 area. Okay, next one, Amazon. Okay, Amazon. Okay, now they broke from the supply area at 102, 103. Okay, tried a few days, rejected. So now sitting back on this level itself, okay, 103, 102. Okay, so I think this will be a very clear illustration of what I'm trying to say. Okay, now we see this price sitting here. Okay, we know that previously they tried breaking already. Okay, so we have earnings coming out tomorrow. So as long as price can, I mean, they can form a bullish back. Yeah, let me just clear some drawings. Wait, wait. Okay, we are seeing rejection of a 109,110 area. Okay, price currently sitting at 103, 102. Okay, we have earnings coming out tomorrow. As long as price can show a rejection of and close above this 103 area, this box, okay, we can confirm that, okay, we have a new demand being formed, okay, a new higher low. We should see price continue going towards a 114, 113 area, okay, which is rejected from this guy. All right, but as of now, sitting here, right, would I just straight away go and trigger? Answer is no, okay, because it's still bearish, okay, even though yes, we are looking at a short-term uptrend here, okay. If you are playing on a lower time frame, you will understand, okay, this price is still moving higher, we are still creating new higher low from the smaller, the minor range itself, okay. But most importantly is whether price can continue sitting above 103 first, okay. If they can, they successfully broke out of this range area itself, okay. So now price will look to do this movement, okay. A new higher low with a new higher high, okay. So for now, sit back and just wait for this movement to form out, okay. A bearish movement. If anything sorry, a bullish movement, anything bearish, right, they will probably try to, okay, hang on, let me just show you the flip side also. Okay, if any bearish movement from the earnings itself, what we might see, right, is price bearish come down, they tap back into this 103 and show another rejection back downwards. Then Amazon will be stuck in this range again. Okay, so basically there's only two scenarios, okay, because now they are trying to break away from this range. It's either to go up or be stuck in this range itself. Okay, so currently very delicate level. Okay, very crucial to see how they will start moving off from 102, 103 area. Okay, next one will be Netflix. Netflix. Okay lah. I mean, Netflix is still holding price. I mean, they are still getting rejected from 340 area. Okay. We don't see a new higher high being formed from 380, 370. Okay. So will be quite tricky to really play Netflix from now on. Okay, you see, earnings just came out 18 April, which is last week. Okay. Last week, earnings came out, technically no movements. Okay, they are still stuck in this area of 320, 330, 340 area. Okay, they are basically still stuck here. Okay, so from this, right, you more or less, you know that, okay, this momentum, the bullish momentum might not be there yet. Okay, it's not, I mean, you don't have enough volume to really push price above this 350 and hold above. Okay, so a lot of waiting game now. Okay, I mean, the only plus side if you are in Netflix, right, is, okay, I mean, short term wise, they are still on an uptrend area. Okay, they are still running uptrend. You are still quite safe. Anything 310, 305 area, okay, show rejection again, we might attempt at 340 again. Okay, whether they can break 380 range, this area, this rejection, is going to be quite tough for now. Okay, we might have to wait a while more. Okay, then we'll go to Alphabet, Google. Okay, Google more or less same movements as what's the previous one? Netflix, Amazon, right? But Google is looking slightly nicer because if you remember the chart on Amazon, right? This area of Amazon, this bullish gap out, right? Gap out from Amazon was way higher, and Amazon still failed to test that level properly. Okay, but while Google itself, they tested, cleared that level. Okay, so now price sitting on a delicate level at 103, 104, 103, 105. Okay, so same story. Okay, as long as this 103, 105, they can hold well as a new demand level. Okay, because they broke away from this area. All right, if they can continue to hold well a strong demand, okay, or if you want, you can call it a support area. Okay, this new demand level will form the new bullish leg upwards towards a 116, 117 area. Okay, so for now, same thing. earnings came out yesterday. Okay, we see bearish movement. Okay, price still sitting inside lah. Okay, so I mean, you cannot say that yesterday so bearish, straight away price will just drop. Okay, I mean, they are still technically sitting on a level, a price of interest where people are still interested to buy it. Okay, because of this bullish movement out of this range area. Okay, so two scenarios, same thing. If they were to come down, rejected 103 and cannot test anymore, right? I mean, keep getting rejected, right? Then we will see a bearish movement and stuck in this range again. Okay, then you will look at 95 lowest, look at 87, 88 level. Okay, otherwise, right, if they were to close bullish above, they will probably form the zigzag movement again. Okay, hold 104, 105, try to attempt at 111. Okay, then continue towards a 117. Okay, with a new higher high at 108, 110 area. Okay. So okay, the last one I will just cover, right, will be Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft movements recent days are also quite bullish, except for yesterday. You see, that's I mean, the funny thing about earnings and data, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will wonder, like, why is it a better than estimate results, right? Earnings, but price still get the price still drop or price still go up, like why is it the flip side? Okay, but the simple way to really understand it, right, is basically market sentiments. Okay, so what I mean by market sentiment is price already run out that movement, okay, in terms of how people perceive the price to be. Okay, how they think that the earnings will be, they will probably buy early already, right? If you think that the earnings is going to be good, if you wait until earnings day when they tell you, okay, the earnings is good, right, then you buy, then you probably have to wait out a while for the move to really come again. Okay, because way before these earnings, which is yesterday, right, I mean, last month or maybe a few weeks ago, people already start thinking, okay, maybe I will look at Microsoft for their earnings to beat their estimates. Okay, so I will look for this move before the earnings really release. So basically you buy on rumor, sell on news, right? So I mean, yeah lah. I'm not sure if you have heard of it, that term before lah. Buy on rumors, sell on news, right? But that one is really very true lah. It's basically market sentiment. Okay, then also if you look at Microsoft now, you see their pre-market 297. Yesterday closed 275, right? So this movement itself, you basically you see how bearish yesterday, right? What happened when this bearish came out? Okay, those playing day intraday, right? You probably, if you are in the longs yesterday, you will probably get caught out already, right? So with that being said, you have liquidity coming in from 275, okay? 275 probably acting as the new demand area after breaking from this range. And now we are looking at a pre-market of 297, okay? 297. But 297, whether price will continue to stay above, hard to say lah, okay? Because technically 290, right, is a supply level, okay? So now price starts to trade higher above it, right? I'm not saying that you will not be bullish all the way. I'm also not saying that you will get up and close bearish, okay? So now with this price movement of 10% before the market even opens, right, I think just be very wary if you are not in a position and you want to get in a position. Okay, I think I mean, you can always wait on. Okay, if they were to continue to close bullish off this area, right, then same picture already lah. Okay, you just need to look for this zigzag movement again. Okay, but of course the next level that they want to hold is back at this 290, 293 area. Okay, which is basically above the more current supply level, right? Okay, so other than that, I think I will leave the rest to Jonah. Okay, so if you have any questions, right, can be TA, can be counters, all right, just leave it in the Q&A section. Okay, Jonah will go through with you shortly. All right, but before that, let me share some other slides. Hang on. Okay, so if any of you have not joined our Poyans Mobile 3 community groups, okay, basically what we have there, we have technical analysis, SG equity research, Singapore stocks, we get growth investing, we have ETFs. Okay, basically it's a community where you can ask you can ask questions or you can share your ideas. Okay, so basically is we are trying to have a very active community where every trader or investor will be able to share ideas or basically we talk over there lah. Okay, so it's like you can think of it like a Twitter. You can post stuff, then people start to comment or like or share, stuff like that. Okay, so if you have not joined our community groups, please, you can give it a try. Okay, it's free anyway, right? Then these are the groups that we have currently. Okay, we have growth investing, Singapore stocks, blah blah blah. Okay, all these, right? So give it a try lah. Okay, then our guys, right? Like for example, for technical analysis, right? If you post a question like you want to see this chart or whatever counter, it can be any market. It's not just on US for technical analysis. Okay. I'm not sure if you know Zane. Okay, Zane does the technical analysis webinar every Monday. All right. So he will, if you have any questions on chart, like you want a live counter review, Zane will go through as well. Okay. Then as and when I have the time, I will go through. I will go in and help to reply as well. Okay, for all the questions on TA. Okay. So as for other groups, we have other guys doing it as well. Okay. Then for global markets, we have our own Telegram group as well. We share news updates on the market. It's not just on US also. Okay, it's every market around the globe that we offers. Okay, so scan the QR code, join our global market Telegram group. All right. Okay, then this one is Poem's TA Telegram group. Okay, this one is solely on TA. Okay, like I mentioned slightly earlier, Zane does the weekly TA webinars, okay, which is on Monday. I think it's every Monday 8 p.m. Right? It does live counter review as well using technical analysis. So if you are interested, join the Telegram group. Then we will post all the basically charts charts related, TA related. Okay. Then with that, I will pass the time to Jonah.
Okay, thank you, Ying. So now I'll be answering some of the question, some of the live counter that you guys have posed. So the first one will be NU. So for the drawing. So do note that all my TA will be using a daily chart. So for NU right, NU holdings right, generally is currently range bound. Okay, then if we zoom in closer, where is hovering right now? Hang on. You realize it's range bound. Just of course, short term we are looking at a more bullish trend, right? If you look at immediate, but if you look at the immediate resistance, then we should immediate support. We should be looking at somewhere around 4.2, because previously when this here we see that it start to form a range, start breakout and then form this very demand to form this support. And now it's kind of going on an uptrend. And if you were to look at immediate resistance, then resistance will be somewhere around 4.8, 4.9, right? Because price tag and reject. Now it's trying to hover to break this level. But before I also continue to talk about other counters, do note that this coming Friday and next week, it will be very news heavy, because this coming Friday there will be a release of the core PCE price index, where Fed determine whether inflation is going down. Do remember that Fed ultimate goal is to bring inflation to 2%. So if we see data, supposedly if data is release lower than previous and lower than estimate, then we may see a potential upward movement for majority of the counter. That includes some of the charts that Ying have just shared just now. But that being said, I would generally think that where all the price is at, if you actually just now, if you were listening to what Ying have shared, they were all hovering near resistance level. I think general market would want to take in some profits to wait for all the news release, and not forgetting that next week there will be a release of the Fed rate, new Fed rate, whether are they going to increase by another 25 basis point, where estimate is 5.25, or are they going to reduce, or are they going to increase? So I think the market is generally waiting for this coming Friday as well as next week, the confirmation of data release. So we may see that short-term wise, these few days we will see a general downward movement. Okay, so do take note of that. Then next, I will talk about NVDA. And NVIDIA, brilliant upward movement. Okay, just that if you look at immediate wise, is range bound, right? Because what happened was that it has tapped a strong supply level at around 279, okay, 279, 280, and then it's currently range bound. So at this at this very moment, very hard to determine where it's going to move. Like I've mentioned, I think general market sentiments is that they want to wait for data to release, and so that's why you will see that for the next few days you may see more bearish movements as compared to an upward movement, unless there is a catalyst. Give an example, if the Fed, right, because right now the current rate for Fed rate is 5% and the estimate is 5.25. A good example is that if next week Fed were to release a 5%, that means they maintain, they remain unchanged, lower than estimate, then we can see a high probability that the current supply level may be broken, and price may go up higher. Else, generally for the next few days, you will still see a more bearish movement. So if you zoom in even closer, then right now it should be for NVDA, it might hover between 280 to 260. Right, this is the probably where it will start to hover until probably Friday. Then once Friday, when they release their core PC price index, then it may break both sides. For NVIDIA. Then followed by TSM. Okay, TSM, for TSM, you realize that actually it has broken previous demand, or we call it support area around 85, 86, right? And you will realize that it's already forming lower highs and lower lows. So given for TSM wise generally, and not forgetting that yesterday price already get down. So we may, given at where it is now, there's a very high probability that it will start to go down to tap somewhere near around 74, 75 price level. So for TSM wise, generally it should be more on the downward movement. And again, like I mentioned previously, general price movement should be more on the bearish side. So for TSM, probably you have to wait until let the price hit around the 74, 75 range before you decide to make any decision, any trade decision. That's for TSM. And next would be KO. Okay, Coca-Cola. Okay, Coca-Cola, same thing. Like a lot of the counters just now actually have tapped a very strong supply area at around 64, 65, right? It's already rejecting, right? Then, of course, whether or not this thing will break higher, right, is determined by looking at somewhere around, let me go to a 4, maybe I can determine the level better, because we see that price is constantly trying to go higher, forming a compression. Then if you look at the shorter, lower time frame, you realize there's somewhere around 62.3, 0.4, there's a support level there. So if price continue to stay above 60, the 62, 63 level, then there is a potential upside. But then, like I say, for next few days, still expect a more bearish movement as it has already tapped resistance level. So let's see what will happen at 62.3.4. But if it fails to hold, then there is a chance that the next price level they may hit towards would be around the 60, around 59.5 to 60 price range. Right, that's for Coca-Cola. Then next will be DM. Okay, desktop metals. Desktop metal generally is a very strong bearish trend. So often when I look at such counters, I usually would avoid such counter because price movements are generally market sentiments and demand. So you realize that because price is only moving down because either this counter is not popular or there's no demand for such counter. So you won't generally, it's very difficult for such counter to, suddenly from where it is suddenly burst up to the highest. Like for this, the highs around 34, 35. It's quite difficult. I'm not saying it's possible. It must have a lot of substantial catalyst or speculation before price can really move upwards. But if we were to close in from where it is, it's actually pretty much range bound, right? And you can also realize, right, previously around 2.3, 2.4, tap, price tap and reject again. Then and then immediate support will be 1.992. So it's a 40-cent range. So it's probably gonna be likelihood is gonna range bound around this area. Then again, once news release, it will break. Most likely, it will break both levels after news release, whether this coming Friday or next week. Okay, that's for BM. Then the next one will be US Bangkok. US Bangkok. Okay. Okay, US Bangkok is currently in a very tight spot because US Bangkok is generally, you realize, it's constantly forming lower lows and lower highs. Price from here initially tried to went back higher, but failed to, and then break a strong demand area at around 38.3, 38.4, right? And you realize price continued when price tap around, then this is where it becomes a potential support resistance flip, right? Price when break the support level and then tap here to reject lower, and is forming lower lows already, right, as of yesterday. So so for US Bangkok, probably the next immediate support we are looking at from previous price movement, you realize it formed a double bottom, right? Then so price, the next support level be around 28.7, right? 28.7, 28.8. So currently for US Bangkok, is best that we wait for more confirmation. Let the news, let all the data news release first, and then let the market settle down before you decide to make any trade decision for this particular counter, especially when it's in a strong bearish trend, right? If you were to look into a longer time frame, let's hope that this continue to price. Let's hope that for US Bangkok, the price continue to hover above 38.7, because if it fails to hold and break lower, chances that If it fails to hold, then it may go down to $20, right? So just take note for USB. Okay. Next will be QQQ. Okay, QQQ, same thing. Right, immediate resistance is at 320.45, 320.5, right? Because from a double top, pretty much still range bound. But the thing is, based on the immediate support, which is at around 310, right? Price already tapped the support level. Not saying that from here it will continue, will tap and then go back up. As mentioned, general market movement should be looking at the bearish side because of waiting of the news release. So probably this very support level might not even hold. Chances is maybe price will reject and then reject from a lower high and then start going downwards, right? And then of course the next one we should be next immediate strong support level that we are looking at should be around the 289-290 level already, because this is where they start to form a double bottom before it start to price going up. So for QQQ, this will be the general movement, right? Next will be YUM. Yum looks good. Okay, this one for YUM, of course, immediate supply, okay, 138, 139. Okay, price already tapped that level already. So chances is that market sentiments, okay, probably you will see a lot of profit taking. Market may start to sell down. Okay, mentioned since especially when it's reaching a very strong supply area, and not forgetting that up of the upcoming news. So most likely from where it is now, you may see potential bearish movement, right? Even though it's an uptrend, then it's just a matter of whether when price come to around 131.8 would it form the support, because previously this is where it formed the resistance level, right? Price broke this resistance level, so if price can hover above 131.8, okay, to rebound, then it will be it gives a more confirmation that this has turned to a resistance support flip, right? And it also start to form a higher low before it can continue to go upwards. So this is what I feel about YUM Young Brains, right? Then next one would be TMO. Thermo Fisher Scientific, okay. Of course, immediate movements for this counter, immediate movement wise, of course, is realize is pretty much range bound. Okay, we are looking at immediate support at around 592, 592, 591, and immediate immediate resistance. Immediate resistance at 592.5, 593. Then immediate support will be around 534, 535, right? Because this is where it start to form the double bottom, right? And then price start to move upwards. But generally, is for Thermo Fisher Scientific is pretty much range bound throughout, right? So as long as price continue to stay above the 534, right, then likelihood is that we can see a more upward movement, because trend wise you realize it's forming higher lows and higher highs, right? We want price to continue to form a higher low before price can continue to go up, right? So that is for Thermo Fisher Scientific, very straightforward. Then let me see if any more. Then I will go through one last counter, will be Berkshire. Sure. Okay. Berkshire is a very strong upward trend. Okay. Now if you look at where Berkshire is doing, okay, there was a strong resistance level at around 319, okay, 319, 318, and price has already break already. But chances, so if price can continue to hover above this level, right, above the 319, 320, then we likelihood we may see a continuous upward movement, because it will form a resistance support flip, right? But if then again, it's still how Berkshire will move, and whether price can hold above will still be very much determined by the upcoming data release. If the data release doesn't show favorable results. One good example is, if let's say this coming Friday, if core PC price index were to release much higher than previous, which is recall the previous one was 4.6, 4.7. If core PC price index were to be higher, let's say 5, then chances that this level may not hold, and then this will be somewhat like a fake out, and then start to dip lower. So that's why it's best that for the next few days, wait for more data confirmation. After data release, let the market settle down before making any trade decision. So that's for Berkshire. Then of course, if you are looking at immediate next level, then we should be looking at somewhere around 339, 340, because that's where initially there was a upward movement but failed to, so there is somewhat like a support resistance flip around the 339, 340 price level. So let me see if there's any more live counters that you want me to share with. If not, that's it for the TA sharing session. Then so before you all leave, hold on. Okay. Please help us to do a survey and let us know what you think about what we have shared, and then of course that's pretty much for today webinar. Thank you. If not, thank you very much. We will see you in our next webinar.